In this video, I'm going to show you how to design your own worship visuals with a little bit of work so that you can have visuals similar to how big bands like Hillsong or Elevation do without spending practically anything other than your time. If you have ever been to a Hillsong concert or a big band worship night, they utilize awesome background visuals to accentuate both musicality and lighting. So I've been working on making custom visuals for specific songs, and this is what they look like.
It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. This is how I fight my battles. This is how I fight my battles.
I'm going to give you a super brief overview of the software I used, how I design visuals, and how you can do it easily yourself for super cheap. This video is going to be a quick one, so let's just jump right into it. My name is Ashton Turner with the Churchfront team, helping you lead gospel-centered and tech-savvy worship. If you have any questions or comments about worship visuals, comment them down below because we love to hear from you guys and see what people are doing in this community. Software. In order to run custom background visuals, you have to have a way to sync them to your songs. The easiest way to do this in our context is through Ableton Live. We run lyric automation in Ableton, so it was as simple as lining up my background cue with the start of the track in Ableton Live, and voila, my background is synced to my song. But how do I design it? Well, with a Mac-based software called Final Cut Pro and a great teacher, Ezra Cohen. Ezra Cohen has a masterclass covering how he designs visuals for huge venues, working with bands like Hillsong, and he makes it so stinking simple to learn how to do this. When you buy his class, he gives you an assets pack that I use to design the visuals in this video, but he also sells other assets for pretty cheap. All in all, I would highly recommend his stuff. It is amazing. I will put the link down below in the description. Now, in Final Cut Pro, which is the editing software that I use, you could also use Premiere Pro if that is your preferred software, but you sort of just experiment until you find something that works. I do have a lot of experience with Final Cut, but I've never edited anything like this before, and I had this whole song worked out in just a couple hours of work. It was really, really easy to just pick up and get going. The cool thing about visual backgrounds is that they are entirely abstract and completely subjective to my artistic eye. So using different blend modes, adjustment layers to change colors, and some quick titles, I was able to design something really cool. I'm not gonna get into any of the super nitty-gritty details, but I will jump around and show you some of the things that I did with this song. So I'm here in Final Cut Pro, and I just wanna show you guys a little bit of what I have going on for what it takes to design something like this. So first thing off, this is my whole timeline, and it might look a little bit overwhelming, but really most of these are just looping different assets and stored in my asset bank up here. So I used a lot of the cube one and also this sort of staticky looking thing. So yeah, let me just show you some of what is going on in here. If you click this button up here, it'll get rid of that browser, and that'll get rid of your inspector so you have a bigger view. I'll just play it from the beginning. So when I cue it in Ableton, this is the first thing that comes up here. Right on the downbeat, have the glitch kind of bring that cube in, nice transition, verse is coming in, kind of fast forward into the second verse here. This is where the second verse happens, drums come in, you'll see this sort of transition. It's kind of nice there. So it kind of stays like that. We have the pre-chorus, and then coming into the chorus here. Had the nice little quick title thing, coming back into the verse here. It's kind of nice. Then I'll come up here, coming into the, so second chorus done, coming into the instrumental and bridge. Had my lights red, and I figured just a nice big red background kind of gives that sort of fighting vibe. Go through the bridge, goes into this build here. Just let this play out. Have the cross drawing in on itself on every downbeat. the static with the entire white background. So it kind of does that, goes to this sort of cross, then this last transition here. It's kind of nice. It kind of really just accentuates the different transitional periods of the song, and kind of the last one here going into the end. Goes all to black again. Might look like I'm all surrounded. Kind of going with the lyrics, especially of that part. Then we come over here and it just sort of fades out as the song fades out. That's really it. That's really it. It looks pretty complicated, but all in all, this took me probably about 3 hours to do without ever really having tried it before. So I know that this wasn't much of a tutorial. It was more of just a demonstration of what is possible with your worship backgrounds. But if you are interested in trying this out for yourself, Ezra Cohen's tutorial, again, is super amazing. So the link for that is in the description. Feel free to check out his class and some of his visual assets. But that is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.